everybody, how you doing? So, where do I start? I um I wanted to take the time off for myself to clear my head and to find the words to say to y'all that I've been going through a lot, and I didn't want to come back on for a while because I was mourning the loss of my aunt, my grandmother's sister. So that make her my grand aunt. She passed away, and I would never think in million years she would ever get sick. So she passed away from COVID, and I thought she was okay. She was in the hospital, and she was talking to my other aunt on the phone, and she said she was okay when she came home. So, long story short, we found out she was sick for a while, and she wasn't feeling that great. We didn't understand why because my aunt never ever been sick ever. So it was a shock to even hear she was sick then. And it was shock to me, and I couldn't believe it. I didn't even know how to react to it. I was very shocked. I was stunned for like a good day, and the next day, like the same day, it hit me pretty hard. In that afternoon, she passed away that morning, which was March 2nd, and it really shocked me. She was the last person in that generation to ever be alive. She was healthy as a horse, and all of a sudden she got sick. So I said I need some time off, away from social media, away from YouTube, to get myself together and to mourn her death, whatever. But people is telling me to celebrate her life. Think of all the positive things about her and all the positive moments you share with her. So I started doing that. And then I thought about my son. So I didn't know who was going to tell my son, but my aunt told my son about it. And, I didn't know if I was going to ever get a chance to say anything. But I'm glad she told him because my son, she took care of him. She helped take care of my son. She always kept my son on the weekends. So I didn't want to think about it. It was just too hard. Everything just started raining down on me so bad. Like I said, I didn't know how to react. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. I just started breaking down, cried my ass off. I've been crying for 3 days straight. I was crying for 3 days straight. Not anymore. I'm still hurt by it. I'm still hurt by the thought of it, of the fact my aunt is no longer here on this earth. I'm hurt even more for her daughters and her grandkids because they was living with her forever, and one of my god cousins had a baby, and I'm sure she was lovely and everything. I never got a chance to meet her kid, but it's like my grand aunt, she took care of everybody, including us. She helped my grandmother with everything. Like they was thick as thieves. Like they was everything. I was very close to her, and I used to go spend night at her house a couple of times every month, and I was obsessively going to her house all the time because I needed to be around my family. I needed to be around my godmother and my aunt. They was very important to me. My aunt was truly important to me. I looked at her like she was another version of my grandmother, and I always enjoyed being around her. I always enjoyed having conversations with her on the phone. She knew what to say. She knew exactly what to say to you when you're down and out, when you're not feeling the best. Just like my other aunt, she knew exactly what to say. And she always give you the best advice. She give you that southern feeling, that love that you always wanted but you couldn't get from everybody. It takes a special kind of person to deal with everybody's personalities at once. And she was the person to do it. She dealt with all of us, attitude and all, and she knew how to get in our behinds. My favorite moment of hers was when she invited me over to her house, and this was on a summer day. It was warm outside and she was cooking, and I wasn't expecting to be invited for dinner, but she invited me. But I wanted to hang out with all of them at one time. That was the purpose of me going up there. And I used to see her watch her golf. And then I remember my son used to watch golf for her all the time. She used to love watching golf. That was her favorite sports to watch, even tennis. My son grew up, he grew love for it. And when my son used to come back home to me on Sunday nights, he used to always tell me that they used to watch tennis together, golf. He used to love it. Now he want to play it. And then I used to watch it with her, and I'm like, what was the whole point of watching it? Like, she enjoys it. So, that was one of the good memories I had of her. And another favorite memory of mine is when she first came over to my grandmother's house. At the time, it was a long time, it was the first time in a long time that she came over, and this was on a Thanksgiving. And my grandmother, I think she was sick at the time, but she came over. It was good to see. It's always good to see her face. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, it was amazing to see my aunt's face. It brings a smile to your face because she had a beautiful smile. I used to love her natural long hair. Her and my grandmother had salt and pepper hair, and it used to change colors. Like, I don't know if it runs in a family, but them two, their hair always turned colors. One minute it would be salt and pepper, then it would be purple or blue, whatever. I guess within the DNA of theirs, like, it used to always change colors. And she used to always have her hair done up, and then she cut her hair off one day. This was back in 2019, and it was like she came out with different styles. So long story short, is like my aunt was a phenomenal person. She was a chameleon, a chameleon. She always had different looks, but she always had the same beautiful soul that you grow attached to and forever love. And she was a strict Southern woman. She goes to church a lot. She was a very, very amazing Christian woman. Just like my grandmother, she was always filled with love. And I will always remember that. And she will always accept you and love you no matter what. And that was one of the best memories I had of her. And I, it's like, in a way, I'm not prepared to say goodbye to her, but I have to. Now she's up in heaven with the rest of my family members, my father, my uncles, my great grandmother, and my grandmother. They all are together in heaven now. And I know they shocked to see my aunt because they were never thinking in a million years my aunt would ever pass away. But it took me some time to even make this video. It was really difficult. It was like I tried to make a video a couple of days ago, but it didn't come out right because I didn't know what to say. And then when I said too much, I sounded very angry. So this is the second attempt I'm making. Hopefully it doesn't sound like the last. So that's the reason why y'all have not seen me or heard from me in a while. I don't even call anybody anymore. I don't bother anybody but my family, which is my sister and my aunt. Yeah, she was very close to me, and for that I will always, always love her and remember the good things about her, and I will always miss her. So thank you for being patient with me and understanding, and I will see you next time. Hey, so if you was following me before, How y'all doing, by the way? If y'all was following me before with my weight loss journey, I wanted to let y'all know that I'm still continuing on with the journey. I never stopped. I probably had a falling out about it once, but I'm fine. The last time y'all saw me is when I went to go food shopping, and then I picked up some food for my cheat week. The cheat week didn't last no longer than 3 days, so I think I'm gonna stick to that 3 days instead of the whole week, because it's like I say, it's just after a while of not having all the bad stuff that you used to have, it's like you kind of got used to eating this healthy stuff. And I was like, why not just keep on going and still have the cheat days? But it's going to be a cheat weekend, so it's a 3 day weekend. And I was talking to my therapist about it, and we both kind of agreed to it. So that's what I'm going to start doing. But the cheat 3 days, the 3 day cheat weekend, put it like that, it consisted of me having my favorite foods, whether it's cooking it or buying it from the fast food stores, like delivery or whatever. But I wanted to let you know I'm okay. I didn't fall off completely. I'm still growing strong. This dress is like so weird. But I continue to do what I need to do. Um, I haven't worked out in over a week due to me mourning the loss of my aunt. I was pretty much in bed a lot, just, you know, um, but I'm okay. So the cheap meals that I had was basically Chinese food, and it was a burger that I had. So like I said, since this transition, I've been falling off. But it was just basically just the chicken. So I was obsessed with chicken in the first place. So me going to the Chinese restaurant and ordering the chicken and the lo mein, that was kind of me having my moment. And like I say, as long as I don't completely fall off and just completely go back to everything permanently, I'm fine. But I'm starting to look out for everything. Counting calories was one of the things I wanted to learn how to do. So I'm gonna start learning how to do that starting next week. So since we are approaching the weekend, I wanted to let y'all see that I'm doing okay. Mentally, I'm I'm getting there. Like I say, it just has a lot to do with, you know, my family. But I already made a plan to start doing the meal prep thing. So when I do go food shopping, I'm gonna start meal prepping the best way I can. Um, and let's see how it goes from there. But to let y'all know what's going on with me, I'm fine. Every day is a struggle. I'm trying my best mentally. I was like breaking down a lot. I haven't been feeling the best ever. I've been angry. I've been hurt. I'm still in pain because of losing my aunt, but I'm fine. Mentally, I'm trying to be strong, and every single day, I am trying to find ways to get up out of bed. I could barely make it out of my house, but that's something I'm gonna keep fighting to do, and hopefully I will be okay after some time. It's been about a couple of weeks. I've been back and forth with this feeling. Like, I have so many emotions going on with me, and I was talking to my therapist about it. But I'm not completely all the way there to the point I want to start having conversations with a whole bunch of peoples. I just kept close to maybe one or two peoples, but I'm fine. I'm okay. Like I said, the 3 day cheat weekend, it will still continue on. Me still doing the probiotic shots and the protein foods and everything. I'm gonna bump it up a notch. I'm trying to make it 75 protein, and the rest be other stuff, you know. Um, I'm rambling, but I will see y'all later. Yeah, I will see everything.